Okay, I am in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm at a Goodwill that I haven't been to in a while. We got a lot of thrift stores here, but I haven't been to this Goodwill in a while. Let's go see if they're gonna come through for me. Give me anything good. Come on, I'll take you with me. If you're new here, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Angela. Let's go thrifting together and see what kind of treasures we can find. So if you don't super enjoy the idea of reselling, you don't have to be able to enjoy this channel. I love to thrift and look for all kinds of treasures at estate sales, garage sales, yard sales, Goodwills just like this one. And you can come along with me anyway, just to check it all out and see if you see anything interesting. So let's go ahead in here and see what we can find. Maybe we'll find something amazing, unexpected. Make sure you watch until the end because I do find some things that I wouldn't have even thought to pick up. So I looked a few things up that I didn't really have a ton of knowledge about. I think you're going to be curious about them, and maybe you'll find some out in the wild that you can pick up to resell as well. So I'm just starting out up here. I'm going over towards the kids' clothes and the linens in this Goodwill, and we're going to see if there's anything really cool here. Go ahead and hit the like button and drop a comment before you forget to or you decide not to. You know, sometimes I just kind of scan the kids section really quick. Right now, the things that I'm looking for in the kids department are Y2K denim overalls, vintage clothes. I did see these two little vintage little girls' shirts. I was really curious about these, but I really wanted to see them with bottoms to make them worth it for me, and there weren't any bottoms, so I was kind of bummed about that. I did go ahead and look over there, but you know, where the bottoms would have been, but I didn't see any, sadly. And you know, I had a couple of people in another video ask me how to identify vintage kids clothing. I feel like that's a hard one for me to answer because my first initial thought is just I have an eye for it. I just feel like I go, oh, that looks old. I don't know what to say. And then checking the tag will also help with that. But, you know, sometimes I'm not super in the mood to scan all the kids' stuff. I went all the way around here because I didn't want to be in anybody's way. And I was looking for pants that would go with this. But I didn't see any here just at a glance. So I did end up putting this little shirt back. So I hope someone else found that and loved it, as they should. It was just not for me today. You guys ever pick up vintage children's clothing? I have found some really neat pieces at estate sales and garage sales. Once in a while I do find them at thrift stores, but not super often, you know. So I did go ahead and put that back, and I'm gonna see if there's anything else interesting over here that we can pick up. So popping that back up there, and then moving on to the wall of linens over here. So when I'm looking through linens, you know, sometimes I browse, sometimes I just scan, you know, it really just depends on the day. I'm looking for different pillow sham covers. I'm looking for vintage sheet sets, vintage fabric. Look at this. This is really beautiful. Look at that. Let's get this off the hanger here so we can look inside. It was just a Target brand. And that's not to say that some Target brands won't do well, but no, we don't need that one. Now this looks interesting. I immediately feel like I recognize this fabric. So I'm gonna take a peek inside here and we're gonna see what the tag is. And look at that, it's Laura Ashley. If you see Laura Ashley and you find it for cheap, go ahead and pick Laura Ashley bedding up. This is a set of 2 pillow shams for $2.99, and I like that. I can definitely flip those. So that can be a great brand. When you're looking at pillowcases, guys, and you're trying to figure out what the brand is for those pillow shams, you need to go to the back side of it and pop it open and look at the tag back there. It'll be inside, so they're not right out there in the open for you to see. This is really pretty. Isn't that pretty? But you know what? It looked beautiful, but it felt cheap. Now this, look at that. Now I'm gonna give you a tip on these vintage sheets. You can buy this and sell it as a fitted sheet. But another thing you can do is you can take the measurements, $2.99, that's what I'm talking about, and you can sell this as vintage fabric. Very beautiful. Speaking of fabric, I know you guys have seen it. Did you check out my fabric video that went completely off the rails? It went crazy. I got like 50 million more views than I usually do. Okay, not 50 million more, but speaking of views, I can get more views, guys, if you like and comment. I know I told you that before, but I really would love to reach more people in our thrifty community. And the way I do that is by making sure I get more views. So drop a like and a comment if you ignored me the first time. I appreciate you guys so much. You're incredible. Let's see, anything else? That's interesting. What is that, like NASA? When I'm looking for beach towels, I do usually run comps on those. Don't just be picking up any old beach towels. They're not all going to be great for you. And you know, as far as hats go, sometimes I feel like looking through hats. Sometimes I'll scan quick and pass them up, but a tweed fedora can be a good purchase if you find them. Stetson can be a good brand. If you find vintage and they have a tag on the inside, you can look the brand up that way on eBay and run your comps that way. I will pick those up. It really depends on the brand whether or not they'll sit for a while, but I don't mind a long tail item. I don't mind something sitting for a while. That doesn't bother me at all. Well, let's look around some more here. There is some Christmas stuff here in this aisle. And then over to my left, all kinds of things in the brown section. I just really like the browns and earthy things, probably because I know I could find things there for my house too. Do you guys decorate your houses with thrifted goodies? I sure do. I like decorating with thrifted treasures. So let's see here. Oh, Christmas stuff over here. Now, be careful with Hallmark ornaments. You know why I'm looking at these if you guys have watched my channel before. If they're $1 or less, I will pick them up because I know a collector and she'll give me $5 a piece for them. So I could spend $5 on 5 of them and turn that around into $25. Does that make sense? But I don't suggest just picking them up for nothing. You know, you got to make sure you have a collector ready to go because they're not an easy sell. This little guy was missing the bottom. I couldn't get him to play. I wasn't sure if he was working or not. And I did end up looking a couple of things up here, but they weren't for the value that I was kind of hoping at. $24.99 Goodwill, seriously? You know, when people say resellers are stealing from the poor, are you kidding? $24.99. No, absolutely not. So I'm looking a little bit more. Now, normally I don't pick up a lot of Mikasa, but I've sold these before. I had them in a storage unit. These are nothing super, super big as far as profit goes, but you know me, I don't mind a little sale. So I'm just gonna peek in here and make sure they're fine and make sure that's really what's in there. These are pretty cheap. They'll sell for maybe 15 bucks or something, but at 2 bucks, I'm like, hey, let's pick them up. Plus, it's right around the holiday season when I'm filming this. Now, you're not going to see this probably till after Christmas because I'm a little slow about uploading, guys, I confess. So it'll be a little bit after that. But when I picked these up, it was before Christmas. So, all right, that's it for that side of the aisle. Let's go to the other side of the aisle here, the orange section. There is a lot of fall stuff here, which I don't know, sometimes like right after a season is done, I'm just like, man, do I really want to pick more up? That's, you know, that kind of seasonal thing, but it's still worth it to look at. And again, since I don't mind things sitting for a while, I don't mind holding on to something until next fall when it's time to relist it. I did look at this Halloween mask. It didn't have any of the Hallmark stamps or anything on the inside that I was looking for, and it felt a little bit cheaper. I don't know, you guys tell me, was I wrong to put that back? And again, I just wasn't super ready to pick up fall stuff. You know, if it were something over here that I could hold on to next season, it wasn't a big deal, but it took me a long time to get through a couple of other latex masks that I had. And for that reason, I just left that behind for someone else. So going around the corner here, this is kind of creepy and interesting. If you guys are on my Facebook page, you saw this a little while ago. I picked it up and it was only $3.99. I put it in my cart. It sold really fast for 20 bucks. I feel like maybe I underpriced it, but that was the comps I was looking at. So, oh, these were kind of interesting. $3.99 for these bedroom window treatments. They were Old Sesame Street. I decided to leave these here. Sesame Street has been a little bit slow for me lately. You know, I'm a sucker for vintage stuff, but something in my gut just told me to leave those behind. So Don't ever stress when you leave things behind, guys. Someone is going to love that. And if it was meant to be, it would be in your cart. I ended up putting this in after running some comps. It was a little creepy, but again, it sold fast. I almost feel like I undersold it. Like I sold it for cheaper than I should have, but I went according to comps. I felt like, I don't know, who knows? These are not anything big, guys. Leave the cherished teddies where they are. Unless you're a collector, that is. Then by all means, pick them up. Oh, this sure is pretty. Now, there should be a lid that goes with this, I believe. You guys tell me in the comments. I know someone out there is an expert. Tell me about that. But I picked it up anyway. Oh, whoops. I forgot I made this short. So you're seeing a different angle here. But go ahead and look at the details since I've got it up. Hey. Anyway, this was only $1.99. Again, missing its lid, but that's okay. I did go ahead and put it in my cart, and we're going to take that home with us and get it listed. It's really beautiful, and I love that green. What else is in the green aisle making me wish it was springtime already? Desperate for spring. I can't wait. Something about spring always makes me want to go shopping and do some refreshing and find new stuff. If you guys are doing any shopping at all, I've got my Amazon link in the description of this video. It doesn't cost you anything to use that link, but if you go through my link and do your regular Amazon shopping, it does help my channel. I get a little bit of a kickback on purchases you make, but it doesn't cost you any extra. Let's see what else we can find here. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just like, what do I want? What am I looking for? Sometimes I'm looking for things that speak to me. I'm trying to decide, you know, there are some things I pick up and I'm like, should I have picked that up? Things I leave behind. Should I have left that behind? I think everyone questions themselves sometimes, but I go with my gut and I go with comparisons. Now, I don't completely always rely on comparisons, but on this I did. I looked it up. Let's get it. Okay, you made me feel better. It's old news, huh? Okay. Yeah, I'm like, whew. You know what's crazy? I don't even remember what I was talking to that person about. I talk to a lot of people everywhere. I'm just a chatty person, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'm what they call an introverted extrovert. So when I'm with people, around people, I really enjoy chatting. I love being chatty. I'll be turned on and fresh-faced and just ready to chat. But as soon as I'm done, I have to recharge by being absolutely silent. I need to just be silent and not talk and not smile and not whatever. Like, that's my personality. Is anybody else like that? Anyway, let's get through here. So, not super loving this aisle. Let's see what else we can find. How about the blue side? Anything over in the blue side? You know what I started to see? I started to see a whole bunch of dolphin collections. And when I see a whole bunch of things that are like the same character, the same animal, the same kind of figurines, oh man, I always feel like someone either gave up on their collection, or sometimes it means it was like an estate clean out and maybe someone passed away and all their collections ended up here. That makes me kind of sad, but I'm still glad that they're in Goodwill, where people like me or like whoever can pick them up and give them new life again. So just looking at a couple things here, trying to see if there's anything worth my time, worth my money. In the blue aisle, I do see some pretty things, but nothing I can't live without right here. Oh, you know what though? I'm getting ready to see something way cute. You guys are gonna completely love it. Come check it out. So I just was kind of scanning the shelves and I was like, what is this? I love this stuff if I can find it for really cheap. And this was cheap, so I did pick it up. Look at this adorable little kitty cat. How sweet. Only $1.99. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Those are the prices that I want when it comes to thrift store finds. $1.99. She's coming home with us. I do love little kitty cat stuff for sale. If you're selling things like that, use keywords like granny core, cottage core, kittens, cat, embroidery, hoop, wall decor. All those different keywords are going to help you out. Even country, whenever it's kind of like lacy, wooden, things like that, I'll use the word country. Oh, this is interesting. What is this little, that's interesting. I think that's handmade. I don't know, but it's got some issues. Ooh, and what's this 1970s treasure here? I like this. this latch hook rug. These are kind of cool. I found one a while back that was very popular. It was these same colors, like 1970s colors, only $2.99, but it had an owl on it. Oh, people loved that. If you find anything with owls, use keywords like nature and granola girl, woodsy in your titles to help those sell. What do we have here? I love this aisle. Again, the brown aisle. I just love it because so much of this stuff is like my style sometimes. So, oh, she's very cute. Oh, cute. She's painted, she's vintage, but she's a little more than I want to spend. Really darling, though. Somebody else will love her. Oh, this is what I saw when I first walked into the aisle. Beautiful brass. You know, some people have sworn off brass. They're like, I'm tired of it. It's taking too long to sell. But I'm picking this up. $3.99. This is so pretty. Who knows? I may end up using it for myself. Now, this I did pick up, and I have been using it for myself. This little wooden napkin holder is really cute and cottagey and primitive. I've been using that on my own. What do you guys think of it? Isn't it cute? What is with me today? Okay, this editing is sucking, but look at this, guys. I have to show you this. I was going to use this video in a YouTube short. You might see it, actually. But I'm like, what the heck is this? What? Is this some kind of joke? I don't understand. Have you ever seen anything like this? I'm completely confused. Anyway, on to the plushies and the pillows. Do I feel like looking through the plush today? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes if something doesn't grab my eye immediately, I don't look through it. Don't come at me. It's okay for me to thrift the way I want to. You guys can thrift the way you want to. Oh, this is pretty with the pressed flowers. Wonder if that's worth anything. I feel like I ran a little comp on it real quick, but I didn't see anything super great. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. I don't know. It reminded me of something that would have been popular in the 90s, maybe. But anyway, on to the tumblers and cups, plates, all these good little treasures over here. Can't tell you how many water bottles and cups we've lost over the years with my kids being involved in youth sports. Oh my goodness. I mean, left behind over and over and over and over again. Drop a comment down below, guys, if you're a parent and you know what I'm talking about. Somebody's checking out the cart over there. I didn't see anything that caught my eye immediately, so let's move on and let him look. Down the kitchen aisle. What am I gonna find? Anything? Oh, Tupperware. $5.99. No, I gotta get it for like $1 if I'm gonna pick it up. Literally, $1 or less if I'm gonna pick it up. Over here, ooh, my eyes. That mixer, very drawn to that. Very beautiful vintage mixer. But at $24.99, no, I don't want it. And sometimes too, even if the price was right, I always gotta ask myself, do I feel like storing something that large right now? And sometimes the answer to that is no. Again, with leaving money behind for somebody else, that's okay. This was so vintage and cool. I looked it up, it was like worth less than what they're asking, I think, but it was kind of vintage and cool. Sporting goods stuff, usually looking for leather baseball gloves, baseball mitts. You know what I found that was interesting? These fishing reels. And believe it or not, these Abu Garcia fishing reels, these old Ambassador reels, I've sold these before. I got them at out of a storage unit a long time ago. So I went ahead and picked a few up. I ran a few comps and I did put a few of these back, but that red one back there, that one that I laid down, you're gonna wanna look for those. Now, I don't know if am I saying that right? Abu Garcia, that's the way I've always said it, Ambassador. You're gonna wanna look for those when you're out thrifting or garage sailing. That's the keywords to look for when you're looking at those reels. And then I took some of these and I went ahead and left some back behind there. Oh my gosh, this person on the stairs there. I forgot. They were trying that out. Hey, you gotta try stuff out before you go, right? Hope she got it. Anyway, I did look some up. Some of them I left behind, some I took with me, and I had my husband test them all when we got home. I think they were around $5 or $5.99 a piece. This one did sell pretty fast right away. It's a good sale. Oh, you know what? I'll pop a picture up here also of the mask that sold. I really feel like I should have priced it higher. Oh well. Now, in the back of this store, there is furniture, CDs, DVDs, books.
Sorry about that.
There's some pillows. Whoops, almost ran out. Excuse me, guys. Whoa, she is moving. Somebody's working hard. Anyway, the furniture, it's like, it would have to be something really good. I don't feel like dealing with big stuff right now. But look at these, like, amazing 90s chairs. They're so 90s. Don't those remind you of, remember that show? What was that, In Living Color or something? That's what this reminds me of, is the intro to that show. It's hilarious. No, we don't need those today. So I do have some good treasures in my cart. And as you can see, I decided to turn around and not even mess with the CDs, the DVDs, the books, any of that. I just didn't feel like messing with any of it. And sometimes that's just the way it goes, you know? I did see the new cart there, and I know you saw me just pass that up, but I eyeballed it, didn't see anything that interesting, and that's all right. So anyway, just continuing down kind of through the middle of the store here, just trying to see if anything else catches my eye. What do you guys think of this haul today? Did you see anything I definitely should have picked up? Maybe I left money on the table somewhere, something you would have picked up for your reselling business. I know some of you are like, why didn't you go through all those clothes? I don't do a lot of clothes. I don't love doing clothes. Sometimes I'll look just for me. I can't believe how hot it is out here. Well, it's not hot. It's actually really nice. It's 72 and I'm in a sweatshirt, so I'm warm. But that was actually a pretty good little haul. I got a box full of stuff, so that was good. I haven't been here in a while. I think I'm gonna go to one more thrift store and then maybe grab a coffee before I go home. So yeah, I better not drag it on any longer for you guys. If you guys are new here, will you do me a favor? Will you hit the like and leave me a comment and let me know that you're brand new and tell me how you found this channel. I'm trying to discover how people are finding my channel, so that would really help me if you would do that. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, please do that and hit the little notification bell. There's a little bell icon that you'll see, and that will make sure that you're notified every time I upload a new video. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check the description for all kinds of good info, and we'll talk to you next time. See you later, guys. Bye.